Hey you guys, what's up? It's Naomi. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be discussing something a little controversial, but since when is the beauty community not controversial anymore? We're talking about the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection today. Now, full disclosure, I didn't buy this. This is the Dark Magic eyeshadow palette. I did not plan on purchasing any of the Vault palettes whatsoever. This collection just didn't do anything for me. Lacey, however, who is one of my, she's literally my best friend, she decided that she was going to purchase the Dark Magic palette out of the collection because she didn't have anything like that in her eyeshadow collection and that she thought it would be a nice addition. Also, we're trying to give Jaclyn the benefit of the doubt here. I'm actually a huge Jaclyn fan, as you're gonna see later on in this video. And we're gonna talk about a couple of things. It's gonna be great. And let's go ahead and jump into the review portion of this video. Okay, so because Lacey is so extra, she actually sent me the original box. She did purchase it herself and then sent it to me because she was disappointed. So you're kind of getting almost like a 2-for-1 review. So this is the packaging that it came in. It looks very similar to her Becca collab. We're gonna talk about that in a second. And here is a picture of Jaclyn on the back, and then it says Morphe x Jaclyn Hill on the box. The packaging itself is like super pretty. It's very like funfetti, confetti kind of vibes that I'm getting. And this is the actual like unit. This is the palette itself. So you open it up. It had like a little thing covering the shadows. I already took that off. So you have a mirror in here, and then these are the shades. I'm not gonna swatch them for you. I am 95% sure you've already seen the swatches. And pull up on my laptop, which I have right here. We're gonna hop over to Morphe's website. And we're going to check and see if these palettes are still in stock. I remember her saying, Jaclyn saying the actual like Vault box set was gone. That was it, that was all of it. But that the individual palettes were still going to be for sale for a while. And I found that a little confusing. I'm looking at Morphe's website right now. Here, let me show you. Okay, there's Morphe's website, and it says that the Dark Magic eyeshadow palette is still in stock on Morphe.com. Good to know, so this review is not like, you know, totally pointless. So you can still buy the individual palettes, and they retail for $15 each. I think the Vault collection itself was like $50 or $40 something dollars. I could be making that up. It's not important anymore. I'm pretty sure it's completely sold out and you can't get it. So we're just not gonna worry about it. But this palette itself is $15. Plus Morphe's like crazy $10 shipping and handling. You're gonna see me use a lot of Morphe products in this video, and that is because you see me using them in all my videos, and that's because I'm a fan of Jaclyn's and I have been for a very long time. Let's talk about the actual shadows themselves. So the palette's a little beat up now because I used it, and whenever Lacey used the palette, she told me that she just didn't like the way that they were blending. They, you know, weren't working for her, and she is, no offense Lacey, I love you, kind of a novice at makeup. She's not a trained makeup artist, she's not a professional, and I don't claim to be either of those things. However, I am a self-taught makeup artist, and I do have clients that I do makeup on, and so I do tend to categorize myself as, you know, definitely more of an intermediate to professional in sense of skill set, not that I have professional training. This palette reminded me a lot of Subculture, in that a lot of the shadows didn't blend the way that I wanted them to in a, like the pigmentation situation. We're gonna talk, you're gonna see in the like tutorial part of this, but so I used the shade Poof, the shade Shh, the shade Mojo, and the shade, what is this, Busted. So I was originally going to do kind of like a chocolatey brown, kind of typical smoky eye vibe, and it wasn't working. It wasn't working. Oh my gosh. I was expecting so much pigmentation out of this shade. I was expecting this beautiful, cool toned, you know, kind of like dark chocolate vibe brown to come out of this, and that is not what happened. I was also expecting like a really nice like taupey cool tone transition shade with a lot of pigmentation. That's not what happened. I had to like dig my brush in to these two shades, and this one went gray almost on me, and it's not because of this. Like, good shadows, they should blend into each other flawlessly. These are in a shade, these are in a palette together, so they should play nice with each other, right? I did also swatch this shade in the video because I was trying to figure out what color I wanted to do on the inner half of my eye, and I was so disappointed in the shade Trickery. This looks like it's gonna be a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous metallic green, but whenever you swatch it, it's non-existent. The way she talked about it, I just expected so much more. The shade that I was the most impressed with that I used was two of them. I loved Poof, which is this little like nude color down here. Love that shade. I have it as a base, and I also have it as a really pretty brow bone highlight. I loved it. It's a great eraser shade. It's a great shade just to have to like smooth things over if you're my skin tone. Gorgeous. And Busted. I actually really loved Busted. It was pigmented, it went on nice. However, my issues started when I started to try to blend the eyeshadow, because immediately the pigmentation just went poof. It was like as soon as I started to try to blend it out and get a smooth, seamless blend, the color began to go patchy, the color began to change, and it got very, very dark on me very, very quickly. And so I was just like, okay, you know what? Let's try patting on the shadow, because sometimes with blues and greens they are a little bit harder to formulate. I will give her that. And sometimes when you pat the product on, it goes on a lot more pigmented, and that's exactly what happened. I began to pat the shadow on and it looked beautiful. It was a beautiful blue. It blended out really well at that point, but the more you tried once again to get the seamless blend, all the color and pigmentation that you laid down just went poof. It disappeared, and I just couldn't understand where the color was going. She talks about how pigmented these are and how easy they are to work with. This took me so long to do. When I am working with an eyeshadow palette, I want it to be easy to work with the eyeshadow palette. I want it to be smooth. I want it to be seamless. I want it to be like effortless. Throw it in the crease and go. I want to be able to do an eye look like this and it take me no time at all. This took me so long to film and it took me so long to do, and I just got really frustrated. Do I think that these are worth the money? If you're a beginner and you really want something easy to work with, I don't think this is worth the money for you at all, even though it's only $15. And I'm sure that there are some of the other palettes out there. I know people have like had no issues with some of theirs. So with the inconsistency in the product as well as the difficulty level of the shadows to blend, I wouldn't say that this palette is worth it. I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on it. I'm disenchanted with Jaclyn Hill. This is not a I hate Jaclyn video. This isn't a rant about Jaclyn Hill. This is, she put out a product that she said she worked on for a very, very long time. And she put out a product that she said was perfection. It was perfect to her. She was proud to have her name on it and that anybody could use this palette. Anybody. A novice, a professional, it didn't matter who you were going to be able to create a gorgeous look with this. And I feel like that's not the case. I feel like the palettes are very hit and miss, and with the whole recall and everything, I feel like it's just messy and it's too much, and that's kind of what this palette is. It's messy. And I guess that's my final thoughts on it. To sum up, it's pretty, it's affordable, it doesn't work the best, and I cannot in good conscience tell you to go out and buy it. If you guys want to see how I got this look, if you want to see how I achieved it, then go ahead and just keep watching. We're going to go ahead and jump into the tutorial portion of this video now. Alright guys, so this is the final look using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic Vault Collection palette. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I think that's really beautiful. I think it came out nicely, but the amount of time it took me to get here and the amount of frustration that I went through trying to get this eye look wasn't worth it. Like, I would not, I wasn't gonna purchase it for myself. I would not purchase it for myself. I am so grateful to Lacey sending me this palette because I was able to do this review for you guys and I was able to do this tutorial. And those of you who have purchased the Dark Magic palette and you'd like to see some more tutorials from me, let me know. I think I probably will do one more with it because it would be a shame not to use it. I am going to continue to use this palette. It's new eyeshadows and I like to play. Maybe I can figure out some tips and tricks and update you guys further along as I go. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope that it was helpful for you. And please don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out of this video. I am going to try to get up on an upload schedule at least twice a week, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I love you guys so much and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.